Day 3 of the 2021 Utah Swimming Senior State Short Course Championships. Dusty Lidster and Paul Larson with you, the president of Utah Swimming. It's been a fun first 2 days. We get started in Day 3 here in the boys' prelims. We'll have the finals tonight as the girls will be going around noon. But our first of 4 200-yard freestyle relays.
In lane 2, West Valley Aquatics. Lane 3, Sousa. Lane 4, Chat. Lane 5, South Davis. And lane 6, Arana Swimming.
The relays are always exciting, and we're thrilled that we get to compete at all here in the senior championships. One of the big hits last year is we had a mixed relay. Due to the sessions having to be split up for numbers, we're not able to do our mixed relay this year. We're looking forward to next year where we'll be a different place in the pandemic, and so we expect to be able to do that. But out quick here, it's our team from Piranha Swimming has the lead from lane 6 of this first heat of 4.
They'll be bringing in the anchor is Isaac Simmons. They'll be turning it over to Lucas Simmons. But it is lane 5 that came in at the end. South Davis, Ryan Wood. Turning it over to Jared Chamberlain as the anchors are in. Lane 5, Jared Chamberlain, the 17-year-old, trying to hang on against Lucas Simmons, and he will. So this first heat goes away with South Davis at a 133.13. Piranha comes into 135.02.
Swimmers exit towards lane 8. Please put your mask back on as we exit the pool. Heat 2. Lane 1, Layton Surfers. Lane 2, Currency Aquatic Team. Lane 3, Sousa. Lane 4, Wasatch Swim Club. Lane 5, Fish Market. Lane 6, OTAC A. Lane 7, OTAC B. Lane 8, Cash Valley Marlins.
And lane 3, that's starting off with a 22.29 for Sousa, Grant Gibbs.
And it's Ned Hill now in for Sousa.
Many of these swimmers will do it no breath for the 50.
So now in the pool is Dax Green for Sousa, trying to hang on. Because here comes a big charge just above him in lane 4 and lane 5. That's Wasatch and Fish Market. Is now coming in for Sousa is Max Morley. was a nice turn in lane 4. Jaden Hicken trying to track down Morley. And Morley able to out-touch him. 130.98 for Sousa. Wasatch comes into 131.48.
Heat 3. Lane 1, Cedar Swim Club. Lane 2, Swim Utah. Lane 3, BYU Rays. Lane 4, Chat. Lane 5, Current Youth Aquatic Team. Lane 6, Hilltop. Lane 7, Olympus Aquatics. And Lane 8, West Valley Aquatics.
And touching the wall first in this third heat is BYU Rays Cameron Robinson out in a 22.18.
We'll see if McKay Larson can hang on to that lead. There in lane 3 is Chat's Xander Nelson right next to him. And also get some pressure from lane 2, but McKay will hand over a lead. That's coming in now for BYU Rays is Tanner Harmon.
So 22.37 for Larson with the fastest split of the second swimmers.
And Harmon now with the body length lead. They'll hand off to Caleb Phelan.
21.63 for Tanner Harmon, our first 21.
So Phelan trying to hang on here for BYU Rays. Is the battle for seconds really what's going to be the finish here? Lane 2 and lane 4. And it will be lane 4 coming in second place with Chat. As BYU Rays go 128.22.
So with one heat to go, the fastest time thus far is the BYU Rays B team with 128.22, splitting 3:22s and a 21.63, our fastest split of the morning. Also, the Utes brought it home. Jan Daborski.
Please make sure you put your mask back on as you exit.
Jan had a split of 21.77. We've seen two 21 splits thus far. Expect to see several 21s and a couple of 20s here in this final heat.
Heat 4.
So our final heat of the 200 relay. Then we'll have a 10-minute break and get into the rest of the program. As after our 10-minute break, we'll start with the 200 IM.
Lane 1, South Davis Aquatic Team. Lane 2, Cache Mountain Marlins. Lane 3, Olympus Aquatics. Lane 4, BYU Rays. Lane 5, Lehigh Aquatics A Relay. Lane 6, Layton Surfers. Lane 7, Fish Market. Lane 8, Lehigh Aquatics B.
That's Levi Jensen leading off. He won the 50 free, or tied for it actually. He leads off with a 20.96, 100th ahead of what he went in the 50 last night.
Still looking lane 4, Josh Scablin. We'll be handing off here to Trevin Staker.
Josh with a 21.15.
And Staker will turn it over to Tanner Nelson.
The record in this event is a 124.42. $21.47 for Josh. To meet that record, Tanner would have to go sub 21. He did take a breath on the way back.
In comes Tanner. It'll be a 124.15.
A 124.15, and that is unofficially a new state record.
124.15 is unofficially a new state record. BYU Rays.
That split for Tanner, 20.57, but look at the board. We have a 20.60 from Evan Van Brocklin and a 20.89 from Lehigh's last swimmer. Not sure what order they went in, if that was Scott Braden or if it was Landry Hill. I think it may have been Landry Hill in the final leg there for Lehigh. Nonetheless, we had 3 20s there. We had a leadoff 20.96 and 21s also from Layton Surfers and Fish Market. That's Trevor Arns, and the anchor for Fish Market, not sure if that was Erickson, Salisbury, or Reese, or it could have even been Smith. The coaches have the opportunity to mix up that lineup, and they put it on the relay card that is given to the timers.
We'll now have a 10-minute break, and we'll get into the men 200-yard IM. You're watching the 2021 Utah Swimming Senior State Championships on highschoolrewind.com. Landry Hill with the early lead. We go into the backstroke. Fastest qualifying time in this heat is a 2:16.61 for Kenyon Kratz in lane 4.
I suspect that Landry Hill has not swam this in a bit. He was seated with a long course time, and long course times get seated at the end, and that's why he ended up in heat 1.
And Landry now into the breaststroke.
Landry, known for his freestyle prowess.
So Hill now goes to the freestyle. I've now been able to pick up whenever Stan Crump says anything. I now got the tone of voice. So if I can learn it, his swimmers definitely know it.
Yep.
As Landry Hill comes in. And that is a 2:00.50 for Landry Hill.
This is the most popular of all events here at the Senior Championships. We have 13 heats of the 200 individual medley for the men.
As we'll finish up and go to heat 2.
Heat 2. Lane 1, Angel Lanza. Lane 2, Grant Livesey. Lane 3, Ryan Watt. Lane 4, John Smith. Lane 5, Josh Reynolds. Lane 6, Ben Hawes. Lane 7, Tyler Gunn.
We anticipate it will take just under a 2:02 to make it back to one of the 3 heats of finals. And well under 2 minutes, 1:56 or so to make it back to the championship final.
How about lane 2 as we get to the backstroke? That's Grant Livesey from Chat. Came on strong in that first 25 in the backstroke. And now has a slight advantage. But as we now go to the breaststroke, it'll be a battle. Lanes 2, lane 3. Livesey and Watt. We've also got to look at the bottom of the screen. Tyler Gunn, again, remind you, lane 1 at the top of the screen, lane 8 at the bottom. Because lane 7's coming on strong. That's Tyler Gunn from South Davis. He's now got the advantage heading into the freestyle.
And Gunn splits a 36, almost 2 seconds ahead of others on the breaststroke leg.
Lane 3, Ryan Watt from Fish Market. First 25, digging in. And it'll be close between Watt and Gunn, but Watt will hold on as he comes in with a 2:08.88. Gunn with a 2:09.
Lane 1, Luke Eubanks. Lane 2, Kate Colson. Lane 3, Miles Morin. Lane 4, Aiden Roy. Lane 5, Alec Flockhart. Lane 6, Dallas Schimbeck. Lane 7, Isaac Davenport. Lane 8, Joshua Jensen.
Lane 5, that's Flockhart, just ahead of Aiden, Don't Call Me Wah Roy. I know some of you are hockey fans, but Patrick Waugh, you always wonder, maybe it is Waugh, but I'm sure it's Roy. But Flockhart with the lead into the breaststroke. And Roy giving him some pressure. But how about lane 1, the top of the pool, Luke Eubanks here in the breaststroke, closing down some ground on the leaders. But off that turn, it is Flockhart, Roy, and in lane 6, Ben Haas. As we go to the freestyle. It will be Flockhart coming in,
followed by Dallas Schimbeck of Sousa.
So Flockhart, the 207.58, takes heat 3.
Heat 4. Lane 1, Tyson Farnsworth. Lane 2, Cody Jacobson. Lane 3, Eric Lee. Lane 4, Max Peterson. Lane 5, Nate Brock. Lane 6, Ashton Krantz. Lane 7, Ethan Lawrence. Lane 8, Colin Wilkin.
We got a tight pool, lanes 1, 7, and 8. They're in the butterfly. And on this first turn in the backstroke, it is lane 1, lane 8. Loken in lane 8. Tyson Farnsworth in lane 1. And Farnsworth, as we're going to go to the breaststrokes and have be just behind Loken. Our angle. I thought lane 1 had
but it was Loken from Fish Market that touched first, followed by Farnsworth from Cache Valley, and then back over in lane 7, Lawrence.
It's still lane 1. Tyson Farnsworth just behind Colin Loken. Loken going to have some pressure from lane 6. Ashton Krantz, the 15-year-old out of Cedar Swim. Farnsworth lane 1, Loken lane 8. And Loken going to hang on. Nice swim by Colin Loken as he drops 5 seconds, goes a 2:05. Farnsworth with a 2:07 and Krantz with a 2:08. But a 5-second drop for Colin Loken.
E5. Lane 1, Reese Staples. Lane 2, Nate Moyer. Lane 3, Ross Martin. Lane 4, Edison Yang. Lane 5, Jared Hilton. Lane 6, Winston Meany. Lane 7, Patrick Bless. Lane 8, Troy Eggers.
Do the butterfly. I believe we're lane 3. And Robs Barton. You're lane 3 or lane 5 now. Jared Hilton out of Hilltop.
Patrick Bless from Hilltop also coming on strong in lane 7.
Those gold caps just shine through the water. Between those are the pink BYU V-Ray ones. Easy to find. Lane 3. Robs Barton in the breaststroke. The 15-year-old out of Olympus closing down the distance between he and Jared Hilton. We got a tight race, lane 2, 3, and 5. It's Hilton with the slight advantage into the freestyle. Robs Barton and Hilton off this final turn. And Hilton might have a slight advantage coming into the red. And it's Hilton just ahead of Barton. 205.01. Barton goes to 205.56. And then Moyer with a 205.84. That's a fun finish.
Yes, and now we're moving on.
Heat 6.
So this is 6 of 13 heats of this event.
Lane 1, Abe Campbell. Lane 2, Max Morley. Lane 3, Brandon Dunaway. Lane 4, Stephen Bunnell. Lane 5, Domingo Contreras. Lane 6, Ogden Riley. Lane 7, Tylen Spencer. Lane 8, Benjamin Harris.
I could be wrong, but it looked like there was one of the swimmers that jumped at the start. Way out ahead on this one is Domingo Contreras from Swim Utah. His seed time is a 2:08, but if you go out in a 54, you're going to do better than that.
See how it finishes his breaststroke right now. The race for second is going to be tight. How about the effort up in lane 1? Abe Campbell really picked up the stroke rate here in the breaststroke. But Domingo Contreras continues to extend the lead.
Abe Campbell's coach, Tom Thorham, there on his side, getting him going. Lane 8 comes in second at the end of the breaststroke. That's Harris from Fish Market. But Contreras is going to be near a 2:00.
And it'll be Contreras coming in at 2:0041. Harris at a 2:05. Spencer at a 2:05. Nice effort there from Domingo Contreras.
Heat 7. Lane 1, Ethan Levitt. Lane 2, Aiden Winter. Lane 3, Hunter Patterson. Lane 4, Cody Chappie. Lane 5, Zachary Roundbeater. Lane 6, Dane Christensen. Lane 7, Gage Tobiasen. Lane 8, Nick Edwards.
So as goes the backstroke, it's lane 4, Cody Chaffee out of Park City. And now an effort coming in lane 7. Gage Tobiasen, BYUB Rays. Is very even going into the breaststroke. For this first 25 of the breaststroke, it is Chaffee extending his lead. So now a strong effort up in lane 2 with Aiden Winter, a 14-year-old with Swim Utah. As we go to the freestyle. Just not enough pull left for lane 3 to come and steal this heat. And Hunter Patterson, as it is Chaffee coming in with a 2:03.79. Patterson with a 2:04.70, and the winner with a 2:05.51.
Heat 8. Lane 1, Clayton Nye. Lane 2, Gavin Ina. Lane 3, Spencer Bernhardt. Lane 4, Marcus Graham. Lane 5, AJ Whitney. Lane 6, Zachary Smith. Lane 7, Jalhir Alvarez. Lane 8, Seti McFarland.
And in the backstroke, it's lane 8. McFarland out of BYUB Rays. With a seemingly slight advantage. Ran out between he and lane 5, AJ Whitney. Their stroke for stroke coming off the wall. Again, lane 1 at the top of the screen, lane 8 at the bottom. Lanes 5 and 8. And here comes lane 6. It's Zach Smith. Out of South Davis. Goes down to the breaststroke. Will turn and go freestyle. Those teammates, lane 5 and lane 8, Whitney and McFarland. is Whitney. Gonna get right at the wall. Just able to out-touch McFarland. Goes to 201.48. McFarland at a 201.53, and then Smith at a 206.32.
So a nice 4 or 5 second drop by each of those swimmers.
Heat 9. Lane 1, Carson Spencer. Lane 2, Wade Ogden. Lane 3, Bridger Zink. Lane 4, Reagan Erickson. Lane 5, Alexander Turney. Lane 6, Jackson DeBose. Lane 7, Alexander Schwartz. Lane 8, Isaac Sorensen.
So look at lane 4, lane 5, Erickson and Turney.
And we know that Alexander Turney, as well as Bridger Sink, both have great breaststrokes, competed well at the state champions, high school 5A state championships last week in the breaststroke.
Lane 4, lane 5, and lane 7. That is Alexander Schwartz, 14-year-old Olympus Aquatics, coming on into the breaststroke. There's that slight advantage being built here by Alexander Turney.
He holds the overall Utah high school state record in the 100 breast at 55.60. His split on that breaststroke, 34.01. Expect him to be right near a 00, possibly under. Close race for second. We have the 14-year-old Alexander Schwartz in lane 7 trying to stay ahead of his teammate Bridger Sink in 3.
And it will be Schwartz just coming in to sink.
So just under for Turney, 159.93. His first time breaking 2 minutes in the 200 IM. And then Schwartz with the 203.
Heat 10. Lane 1, Tom Lee. Lane 2, Grant Gibbs. Lane 3, Cameron Robinson. Lane 4, Bridger Smith. Lane 5, Joseph Basinger. Lane 6, Dax Green. Lane 7, Trevor Barnes. Lane 8, Alex Yetnelli.
And to the butterfly, lane 3, Cameron Robinson. To go to the backstroke at a slight lead. He's getting pressure from lane 2, Grant Gibbs, and also the bottom of the pool, lane 7, lane 8. Right there going into that turn, but it's now lanes 2, lane 3. Still with Gibbs and Robinson. And also getting some pressure there in lane 4 from Bridger Smith as we go to the breaststroke.
Cameron Robinson in the lead. He's had a nice meet. Led off the third place 200 freestyle relay in a 22-1.
Robinson, lane 3, lane 7, lane 8, Arns and Yanelli. Let's see if they have a charge in them, but
Robinson's best time is a 2:02. He'd like to be under 2. He's going to be right at 2:00, it appears.
And he will be 2:00.70. Arns with a 2:02, and Gibbs up in lane 2 with a 2:03.11, just ahead of Yanelli with a 2:03.21.
Heat 11. Lane 1, Danny Detchen. Lane 2, Jaden Hickman. Lane 3, Lucas Keel. Lane 4, Evan Van Bromlin. Lane 5, Caleb Nealon. Lane 6, Lynn Connor. Lane 7, Nico Morton. Lane 8, Sean Honey.
So this is the first of our 3 circle-seated heats. So Evan Van Brocklin has got the 3rd fastest seed time here in lane 4 of this heat.
Van Brocklin about a body length lead ahead of second place, and then up in lane 1, Danny, don't call me Elliot Detchen, the strong backstroke in that first 25.
Yes. Danny also out quick, was out in the 24 on that first length of fly.
As we were close for second with Van Brocklin, over now into his breaststroke.
Van Brocklin seated with a 153.89. Out in a 53. Depending on what he splits here on the breast, he could be in the 153 range. Whatever he's over 30 seconds on the breast, he's got to do that under 30 in the free. So at 34 would force him to come back in a 26 if he wants a 153.
We look at lane 2, lane 7 for second place. Van Brocklin will go down and back here in the freestyle.
Again, expecting about a 156 it's going to take to make the championship final, and a 2:00 to make it back to any of the 3.
A 155.66 for Van Brocklin. Morton at 158. Phelan at a 158 as well. Before Van Brocklin, a second drop.
Heat 12.
Just got this two flying on down.
Lane 1, Garrett Dotson. Lane 2, Nick Anderson. Lane 3, Ethan Brown. Lane 4, Max Arnett. Lane 5, Charlie Simmons. Lane 6, Sonny Weston. Lane 7, Cannon Shumway. Lane 8, Trevin Staker.
And now lane 5, well, even lane 3 here in the backstroke. That's Ethan Brown in lane 3. Lane 5, Charlie Simmons. Trevin Staker. First 25, the backstroke was pushing it pretty hard.
Yeah, Ethan Brown, known for his backstroke, trying to get a little bit of a lead going into the breaststroke.
We're going to be tight going into the breaststroke. Lane 3, 5, and 8.
Max Barnett, the seasoned breaststroker, trying to make up the difference from lane 4.
And Charlie Simmons with a sizable advantage now.
And it's a close race for second. Lane 8, Sean Honey. Lane 6, Sonny Weisman coming on with Max Barnett in 4. Those three are in the second wave.
It's actually Trevin Staker down there in lane 8.
Oh,
Trevin Staker.
Trevin Staker. Honey was in the previous heat. Sorry about that, Trevin.
Is on that turn. It is Charlie Simmons. Let's see where he finishes here. At a 158 for Simmons. Barnett a 159. Staker 200. Westman 201.
Heat 13. Lane 1, Tobler Dodson. Lane 2, Jess Day. Lane 3, Caleb Wynn. Lane 4, Tanner Nelson. Lane 5, Max Cannon. Lane 6, Jan Dvorsky. Lane 7, Tanner Harmon. Lane 8, Aiden Salisbury.
So we made it to the final heat of 13 in this 200 individual medley. Tanner out quick in a 24. His seed time is a 1:51.1. So out in a 52. Expect his second half to be about a 00, so close to a 152 pace.
Get some encouragement from his timer. He now goes into his freestyle.
33 split. A 33 split also by Max Cannon on the breaststroke.
Cannon's had a good weekend as Tanner Nelson comes in at a 152.81. Dvorsky comes in second, the 158.12, just out touching Max Cannon.
So another strong finish by Dvorsky. You remember he chased down and won the 200 free last night. So Dvorsky known for his closeout, and he does it again.
Event
23, again 100-yard freestyle, heat 1.
It's hard to do the PA when you're holding your broadcast microphone.
In lane 1, Andrew Fulham. Lane 2, Garrett Platt. Lane 3, Justin Chingrun. Lane 4, Damian Brown. Lane 5, Kyle Olson. Lane 6, Andrew Carlisle. Lane 7, Russell Cutler.
And of course, record holders in this are names that you should know and probably do know if you're in the swimming here in the state of Utah. 15, 16-year-old record is 45-26. Cameron Green now at Harvard. And then the 17, 18-year-old record, Long Gutierrez, and he also holds the state record as well. Long, one of the best swimmers in the history of Utah.
Yes.
See Long Gutierrez and Randy Belliston's name all over the record books.
So, and it's Cutler from lane 7 with a 53.08. Randy, now a father in Orem with
E2.
children swimming, and recently qualified as a swimming official.
Lane 1, Connor Kinsey. Lane 2, Brayden Fairbanks. Lane 3, Luke Deller. Lane 4, Zachary Mike. Lane 5, Brandon Blackwood. Lane 6, Isaac Sorensen. Lane 7, Kala Cabana. Lane 8, Tavis Jorgensen.
These 100 frees will go by quickly. Not quite as fast as the 50, but they go quick nonetheless. We have 9 heats of 100 freestyles. And in lane 4, with a slight lead, is Zachary White from South Davis. But coming on strong is lane 2. That's Brayden Fairbanks from Lehigh.
And it's Fairbanks coming into 50-83. White nearly got it back. Fairbanks took the lead, and White nearly came right back and took it.
Heat 3.
Nice drop for Fairbanks, seated with a 54 and win a 50 point.
Lane 1, Bryce Broadhead. Lane 2, Brendan Brown. Lane 3, Javier Alvarez. Lane 4, Tyson Barnsworth. Lane 5, Joshua Smith. Lane 6, Ethan Brown. Lane 7, Seth Olbermann. Lane 8, Sam Gale.
So at the 50, it's Brown from lane 2 with a 24-0 split.
How about this lane 2? Brandon Brown.
Brown trying to get back into shape after being away from swimming for a bit.
And it's Brown with a 49-10. Broadhead at a 54-0. Farnsworth at 56-4.
Heat 4.
That 49-10 may be enough to get back to one of the 3 final heats. Expected to be very close to the cut line for making it back to finals.
Lane 1, Jackson Tuller. Lane 2, Mitchell Armstrong. Lane 3, Isaac Vaughn. Lane 4, Mason Draxler. Lane 5, Jackson DeVos. Lane 6, Adam Sinclair. Lane 7, Talon Coons. Lane 8, Zach Richter.
Lanes 3, 4, and 7. They're on that turn.
Coons in 7, Vaughn in 3. Vaughn's had a nice meet.
Yes, he has. And Coons came off that last turn very strong. Now on the final turn.
Vaughn had a best time in the 50 freestyle.
Coons trying to hold off Vaughn. It'll be Coons just ahead of Vaughn. Sinclair comes in third. Coons at a 49.25. Vaughn with a 49.74. And Sinclair with a 50.47.
Heat 5.
First time under 50 for Vaughn in USA swimming meet.
Lane 1, Isaac Wells. Lane 2, Neil Bennett. Lane 3, Wesley Ryan. Lane 4, Cody Chappie. Lane 5, Jacob Lagerlager. Lane 6, Tobler Dodson. Lane 7, Winston Mead. Lane 8, Kate Anderson.
Very close heat here, the 50. Lane 4 with a very slight lead.
I'll tell you, it's the outsides of the pool right now.
Lane 8, it appears that lane 8 may have it coming on strong to the wall, and it is lane 8. Anderson from Lehigh with a 50.30, followed by Chaffee in the lane 4 with a 50.65. Then Ryan with the 50.86.
Heat 6. Lane 1, Nathan Church. Lane 2, Brandon Donnelly. Lane 3, Xander Nelson. Lane 4, Brandon Littlefield. Lane 5, Yosue Quispe. Lane 6, Ed Hill. Lane 7, Angel Nunez Alanga. And Lane 8, Coleman Atkinson.
All of these men are seated with a 49. So seated very closely. Out first is lane 7. That's Nunez Lanza from West Valley. Followed by lane 5.
That's Quispe. Nunez Lanza. He's going to hold on here against Quispe. And it's Lanza with a 48.45. Quispe at a 49.26. And then Littlefield at a 50-00.
That 48.45 should pass through into finals.
Lane 1, Scott Cooper. Lane 2, Cameron Robinson. Lane 3, Seti McFarland. Lane 4, Levi Jensen. Lane 5, Jacob Reese. Lane 6, Anthony Caliendo. Lane 7, Richard Nielsen. Lane 8, Easton Smith.
This is the first of our circle seated heats. So Levi Jensen is seated 3rd overall for this event. So we're to our final 3 heats. Jensen seated with a 46th.
And this could be tight for second, as Jensen will come in at a 47. Reese at a 48.14. McFarland at a 48.71.
Heat 8. Lane 1, Brayton Scott. Lane 2, Tom Mead. Lane 3, David Esplin. Lane 4, Landry Hill. Lane 5, Josh Scavlin. Lane 6, Sam Carlson. Lane 7, Trevor Barnes. Lane 8, Canyon Page.
So Landry Hill in the center with your second fastest seed, but lane 8, that's K-Man Page. He's had a nice meet. So he was out under 24 also, so we expect him to compete well in this event. So it's Hill. I'm sure he can't see K-Man over in lane 8. It's going to be Hill with the win in this heat, but K-Man in a close second. So 46.66 for Hill, but 47.06 for Page.
Heat 9. Lane 1, Ben Manheim. Lane 2, Alan Flockhart. Lane 3, Kevin Staker. Lane 4, Theo Hardy. Lane 5, Cam Hardy. Lane 6, Ethan Asplin. Lane 7, Jack Saber. Lane 8, Aiden Salisbury.
So Jack Saber in lane 7 taking it out first. He's out in a 22 at the feet.
Look out of lane 6. Ethan Astle.
So the two Olympus boys
And it'll be Saber just ahead of Astle. 47.43 for Saber. Astle 47.76. And then Staker at a 49.10.
It appears that it took 48.78 to make it back to finals. One. No, a little quicker than that. Took a 48.
Event 25, event 200-yard butterfly. Heat 1.
Probably a 48.45.
Lane 3, Ogden Riley. Lane 4, Grant Dixie. Lane 5, Caden Hansen.
So actually lane 3 and lane 5 is Livesey must have scratched. Didn't see that. Is Ogden Riley up there in lane 3, the 17-year-old that BYUV Rays.
Obviously, the 200 fly considered one of the more difficult events.
I can't imagine doing this for two football fields.
Well, you need to love butterfly, love pain, or try and prove to your coach that no matter what they ask you to swim, you will do it.
And there's some guys have done really well. Long Gutierrez holds the 15-16 record, 146.99. And then one of the best names in the state of Utah, Jordan Tiffany, with a 145.95 is the 17-18
Yes.
and overall state record holder.
Yes, Jordan, of course, who swimming for Tennessee this week in the SEC championships. But Jordan's been a 143 in the 200 fly, and expect to see him in a few weeks at NC2A championships in the 200 fly. So it's been his best event so far this year. Jordan, of course, still with close ties to the state of Utah.
Riley comes in at a 209. Well, the state of Utah is the SEC in swimming.
Yes, so, I mean, the swimmer of the meet for the women's, Ryan White.
Heat 2. Lane 2, Brandon Birmingham. Lane 3, Eric Lee. Lane 4, Troy Eggers. Lane 5, Corbin Loss. Lane 6, Isaac Eder. Lane 7, Travis Torrenson.
Now lane 6, that's Adair. Out of Kearns. As you say, you like pain. I mean, I don't know about dolphin kicking for 200 yards. This is crazy. But
well, those that are the most successful at the 200 fly. Keep their hip action going.
It is the coolest photo. I mean, that's why it's the kind of the logo of swimming. As still lane 2 and lane 6. Adair and Burnham. We're going to come to the wall. It's lane 2, maybe lane 2, lane 6 down the finish. And it'll be lane 6 and Adair just ahead of Burnham at 2:12.17. Burnham at 2:12.61.
Heat 3. Lane 1, Tyler Moore. Lane 2, Devin Monson. Lane 3, Jake Black. Lane 4, Ryan Wood. Lane 5, Ryan Watts. Lane 6, Benjamin Harris. Lane 7, Max Morley. Lane 8, Brayden Scott.
So we anticipate it will take about a 2:10 to have the opportunity to come back and swim the 200 fly again tonight.
We'll do it all over again as there's Tyler Moore up in lane 1.
Well, this is actually coming up is going to be interesting because lane 1 just had an underwater recovery on his last stroke going into the third turn.
Help the layman understand what you mean by that.
So lane 1, as they were coming, they were a little bit short, and so he started to take a stroke, but his arms didn't come out of the water. And your arms must break the surface of the water. And so he did like a half a stroke underneath and did not break the surface with the stroke because he had the wall there. It's always difficult to gauge exactly where you are with the wall, whether or not you just do an extra kick to go in, which is perfectly legal. But you can't do a half stroke or you can't do an underwater stroke.
And that's a DQ.
And that's what they did. I'm not the official, but it is true I saw an official raise their hand, and I suspect they saw what I saw.
We don't call Paul, Rowdy Gaines, and Mike Pereira rolled into one for nothing. As coming in lane 4 is Ryan Wood with a 2:04.42, Monson to the 2:06.96, and Harris a 2:08.91.
Heat 4.
So a nice drop by Ryan Wood of 6 seconds. That should push through to finals tonight, as well as Monson and Harris.
Lane 1, Caleb Hewin. Lane 2, Cade Beckers. Lane 3, Nico Kincaid. Lane 4, Tanner Nelson. Lane 5, AJ Whitney. Lane 6, Bryce Broadhead. Lane 7, Chandler Iyer. And lane 8, Max Peterson.
So this is the first of our 3 circle-seated heats. Tanner Nelson with the 3rd fastest seed time. This is why I was saying it's an interesting event, because with Tanner trying to further expand his repertoire of swims as he prepares to go to college and join NC2A swimming next year. And so the 200 fly, not something that he's done a lot. And it will be interesting in finals tonight where he'll be competing against our top seed, Evan Van Broeklen, who has a great deal of experience swimming the 200 fly. Saw there on the 5th turn, Tanner coming in a little long, but just had to glide to do it. Luckily, he didn't take a half stroke. One of the fine points of trying to improve your 200 fly time, as you see, he's coming in just a little bit long on each turn, and so it ends up in a coast. If you can get it so that you come and hit the wall exactly right, that can improve. But Tanner's having a nice swim here. His seat time of 152, he's going to be right near it, 152.83. He's actually 400s, his best time. AJ Whitney, also from BYU, race with the new best time of 156.64. And Caleb Freed, first time under 2 minutes in the 200 fly with the 159.21. So several great swims there.
Lane 7, Robs Martin, and in lane 8, Ethan Baker.
Espen with the fastest seat time of the 152.23. And now Andrew Lemon out of the lead.
Andrew, who's been swimming well also for BYUV Rays. Carson Spencer, who's known for his 100 butterfly, trying to hold strong in this 200 fly.
How about this? Lane 6 coming on strong. Carson Spencer. It's going to come down to the stroke.
So with a 50 to go, they're within a few tenths.
That's what I get for checking which sheet I'm on.
So Lemon, from Timpview High School, and Spencer from Corner Canyon, swimming for their club teams of BYUV Rays and Lehigh respectively. So it's Lemon just ahead of Spencer, 158.58 and 158.90, both under. They already had been under. Actually, that's the 5-second improvement from Carson's best time.
Heat 6. Lane 1, McClayton Smith. Lane 2, Con Smith. Lane 3, Reagan Erickson. Lane 4, Evan Van Broeklen. Lane 5, Danny Detchen. Lane 6, Lucas Keel. Lane 7, Jess Day. Lane 8, Jared Chamberlain.
Have everything you need. I can see it in the next one.
Our finals for the men 200-yard land alternates. Caleb Wynn, Trevor Lawrence. In the bonus final, Sean Money, Sonny Westman, Ethan Brown, Tanner Harmon, Seti McFarland, Ian Connor, AJ Whitney, Toler Dodson. In the B final, Lucas Keel, Trevin Staker, Cameron Robinson. Landry Hill, Danilo Contreras, Aiden Salisbury, Alexander Turney, and Max Barnett. In the A final, Jacob Higgins, Caleb Phelan, Max Cannon, Nico Morton, Charlie Simmons, Jan Zaborski, Evan Van Brockman, and the basketball flag tonight, Tanner Nelson. Gentlemen, it is 9:27. You have 30 minutes to declare your intent to scratch.
And Van Brocklin
way out ahead. So he is on track to be somewhat similar to Tanner's time. Tanner went a 152. Van Brocklin has been a 150. Didn't expect him to come close to that for a morning swim in the 200 fly. 200 fly can take it out of you, so you're going to maybe leave a little bit off. Wait to go for it once. And in second, it's Danny Detchen. A little bit closer for third place. But it appears to be Lucas Gill from Fish Market.
Yes.
So Van Brocklin does have our fastest qualifying time with the 152.43. Detchen with the 158. He'll also make championship final.
Event 27, the men 100-yard breaststroke, heat 1. Results for the 100-yard freestyle. Alternates, Cam Barney, Nate Anderson. Bonus final, Anthony Caliendo, Easton Smith, Alec Flockhart, Brayden Littlefield, Isaac Vaughn, Brayden Scott, Aiden Salisbury, Ben Landmine. In the B final, Richard Nielsen, Jose Quispe, Talon Coombs, Trevin Staker, Brandon Brown, Cat Robinson, Josh Scatlin, and Tom Meade. In the A final, Seti McFarland, Angel Nunez Kalanga, Jacob Reese, Ethan Astle, Jack Saber, Levi Jensen, Canyon Page, and fastest qualifier, Landry Hill. Gentlemen, it is 9:30. You have 30 minutes to declare your intent to scratch.
So winning that heat was Longenbacher from Layton, 108.28.
Heat 2. Lane 1, Lucas Simmons. Lane 2, Ben Landheim. Lane 3, Zach Wells. Lane 4, Eric Langheim. Lane 5, Cooper Wadsworth. Lane 6, Heinrich Bernard. Lane 7, Riley Lau. Lane 8, Zachary Smith.
Strong effort here in lane 8. Zach Smith out of South Davis.
With a 106.37, followed by Landheim in 4 with a 107.56.
Heat 3. Lane 1, Aiden Roy. Lane 2, Richard Smith. Lane 3, Damian Brown. Lane 4, Drew Brown. Lane 5, Nate Moyer. Lane 6, AJ Whitney. Lane 7, Clayton Nye. Lane 8, Garrett Platt.
And at the 50, it's lane 1. That's Bridger Smith from Lehigh Aquatics out in the 31.
In lane 2, that's Bridger Smith. As Smith comes in at 105.03. Nye at a 107.20 and Brown at a 107.50.
Heat 4. Lane 1, Joshua Jensen. Lane 2, Nico Kincaid. Lane 3, Dallas Schindler. Lane 4, Nolan Atkinson. Lane 5, Justin Chamberlain. Lane 6, Ned Hill. Lane 7, Brandon Denoli. Lane 8, Isaac Sorensen.
And that's lane 3. Dallas Schimbrick from Sousa, followed by Atkinson from Wasatch and Hill from Sousa.
Heat 5. Lane 1, Ben Hansen. Lane 2, Logan Brown. Lane 3, Ben Hawes. Lane 4, Caden Ferris. Lane 5, Ludwig Ibarra. Lane 6, Brandon Kratz. Lane 7, Aiden Sparrow. Lane 8, Luke Eubanks.
By now, lane 1 and lane 4. Hansen and Ferris.
Both out under 30. Breaststroke is improving this year in Utah, as evidenced by this event and the fact that we have 17 swimmers with seed times under a minute.
And it'll be lane 2. Brown coming at 103.17. Ferris at a 103.78 and Hansen at 104.55.
Heat 6. Lane 1, Trevin Staker. Lane 2, Sam Carlson. Lane 3, Cannon Shumway. Lane 4, Isaac Davenport. Lane 5, Tom Lee. Lane 6, Isaac Simmons. Lane 7, Ian Connor. Lane 8, Jacob Wanston.
So looking lane 3 and lane 7. Shumway and Connor.
So
it's going to be Shumway.
Shumway from OTAC.
The 103.20 logs in at 104.62. Don't know if we had a soft touch there in lane 7. Or the timing system, the pad just fell.
Yeah. We lost a pad.
Nice job by Josh Scablin. Those 2 user service changed his heart, and he's just out there helping people.
Yeah.
I joke, you would have done that before. I can say that. Josh, good friends, family. He's witnessed me at my most angry things watching a certain football team. As we get the pad back on. You think it'd be the butterfly that would knock that off, not a breaststroke finish.
Yeah.
You see meet director Mike Werner. Is that the right title, meet director?
Yes, he is the meet director. He's also the senior chair for Utah Swimming. So he is on the Utah Swimming Board representing our senior program. We also have an age group chair. That's Tom Thorham, who's our age group chair. And next week is our age group championships. We call that UTAC. It has its own moniker.
Now we'll test to make sure the pad's going to work. This was not built into the psych sheet, but we'll handle it.
But the pad's working, so we feel good about that, and I think we're ready to move on.
E7. Lane 1, Dave Christensen. Lane 2, Alec Flockhart. Lane 3, Carter Long. Lane 4, Devin Monson. Lane 5, Tyler Rock. Lane 6, Josh Scowell. Lane 7, Zach Rickford. Lane 8, Sean Honey.
This is an off event for Josh. Doesn't normally swim the breaststroke.
But out strong here is Honey. Scablin in lane 6. Lead at the turn, but now lane 7 picked up that stroke rate. And Zach Richter.
So it's 6, 7, and 8. Honey coming on strong in 8. 7, that's Rick.
Look out for 5.
And it's Richter followed by Honey, and then lane 5, it's Rock from Kearns.
Heat 8. Lane 1, Dave Campbell. Lane 2, Roman Christian. Lane 3, Tyler Young. Lane 4, Mason Draxler. Lane 5, Zachary Roundview. Lane 6, David Ospina. Lane 7, Wade Ogden. Lane 8, Nick Edwards.
So lane 3, Tyler Gunn. Sizable advantage here for Gunn.
Lane 6, that's David Ospina.
And it's Gunn with a 102.52, Ospina at 103.71, Cristino at a 104.62.
We have a cap in the water at the far end being retrieved. So now we're ready to go again.
Heat 9. Lane 1, Edison Yang. Lane 2, Ethan Askell. Lane 3, Jackson DeVos. Lane 4, Seth Olbermann. Lane 5, Spencer Bernhardt. Lane 6, Tanner Harmon. Lane 7, Reese Staples. Lane 8, Landry Hill.
So out first is Ethan Astle, known for his freestyle from Olympus, trying the breaststroke this morning. Out in a 28, expecting it'll take a 101, possibly a 102 to make it back to finals, but probably a 101.
And it is Astle with a 100, Bernhardt with a 01, Hill in a 02.
Heat 10.
So all best times for Astle, Bernhardt, and Hill.
Lane 1, Eric Lee. Lane 2, Jared Barnes. Lane 3, Max Barnett. Lane 4, Jack Saber. Lane 5, Richard Sink. Lane 6, Joseph Backstroke. Lane 7, Marcus Graham. Lane 8, Tyler Orr.
So this is the first of our 3 circle seeded heats. So Jack Saber with the third fastest seed time, seeded with a 56.20. So all of the 5 boys, lanes 2 through 6, have been under a minute previously. Leading at the final turn is Jack Saber, followed closely by Bridger Sink, both from Olympus.
And lane 4, Saber at a 57.97, Sink at a 58.47, and Barnett a 00.
Please get your mask on. I know we're tired, but we're not doing a great job today. Please get your mask on so we can keep the meet going. Thank you.
Heat 11. Lane 1, Russell Cutler. Lane 2, Alex Gianelli. Lane 3, Sonny Westman. Lane 4, Levi Jensen. Lane 5, Max Cannon. Lane 6, Charlie Simmons. Lane 7, Coulter Dodson. Lane 8, Tyler Ridley.
So
Please remember to exit the pool and get that snack line.
So Levi Jensen out in a quick 26.
So here comes Jensen at a 56.21. Cannon at a 58.76. Westman at a 59.56.
Heat 12. In lane 1, McKay Larson. Lane 2, Hayden Salisbury. Lane 3, Garrett Dodson. Lane 4, Alexander Turney. Lane 5, Jalen Hickman. Lane 6, Nick Anderson. Lane 7, Talon Coombs. Lane 8, Cameron Robinson.
So right now a strong start in lane 4. Turney.
Alexander Turney won a 55.60 from the state championship meet is his seed time. So it's going to be Turney with a 55.94.
And Hicken. Hicken at a 58.47. Dotson at a 59.28. But a great time turned in by Turney.
So 3 people under a minute there.
Event 29, men 200-yard backstroke. Heat 1. Lane 3, Josue Quispe. Lane 4, Tanner Dugan. Lane 5, Spencer Stowers.
Whatever you guys need to do and get to work.
So Josue didn't have a time in the 200 back and is swimming it as a bonus event. You're allowed a bonus event here. So, but as a result of not having a seed time, he's in heat 1. We anticipate for the 10 heats that it'll take about a 2:04 to get back to finals tonight. Josue is going to be under 2 minutes, we anticipate. He should be around a 156, maybe 157.
I would have put him in the final heat. He holds his time. So in comes Josue Quispe. $157.55 for Josue. I want to thank his high school coach for clarifying his name. For 3 years, I did it in like 5 different ways. In fact, his coach is, he and his brother were the first Utahns to swim the English Channel.
Heat 2. Results of the men 200-yard butterfly. Alternates, Jake Black, Ryan Watt. In the bonus final, Benjamin Harris, Cam Barney, Jared Chamberlain, Nathan Esplin, Devin Monson, Bryce Broadhead, Alexander Schwartz, Con Smith. In the B final, Ryan Wood, Ethan Baker, Chandler Iyer, Rob Barton, Kate Weathers, Jess Day, Reagan Erickson, and Matt Quackenbush. In the A final, Nico Kincaid, Lucas Keel, Caleb Phelan, Carson Spencer, Andrew Lemon, AJ Whitney, Tanner Nelson, and the fastest qualifier, Evan Van Brocklin. Gentlemen, it is 9:55. You have 30 minutes to declare your intent to scratch.
So at the 100, it's Brown from lane 8 that leads, and followed by Livesey in lane 1. Brown swimming for Hilltop and Livesey from Chat.
Well, Livesey, a bit of an advantage coming here in the final 10 yards. If Livesey maintain the lead, again outside lane 1, lane 8, lane 7. Again, staying on the outside, lane 1, lane 8. Taylor Brown able to come in first, 209.28. Livesey at a 210.33. Fethers at a 210.91, just out touching Morin.
Heat 3. Lane 1, Max Morgan. Lane 2, Alex Parks. Lane 3, Nate Goff. Lane 4, Corbin Lodge. Lane 5, Ross Barton. Lane 6, Paula Cabana. Lane 7, Cannon Shumway. Lane 8, Zach Wells.
Close this.
Gentlemen, the men 200-yard IM is now closed. The men 200-yard IM is now closed.
So it's Barton in lane 5. Lane 5 and lane 2. So Barton with about a body length lead on.
Rob's Barton, best time is a 2:12. He'll be ahead of that today.
Cannon Shumway trying to give chase in lane 7. Lane 2 is Alex Parks. As Parks and Shumway trying to battle out for second place. As Barton comes in at a 2:05.33, Shumway at 2:06.68, Parks at a 2:09.19.
Heat 4. Lane 1, Carson Spencer. Lane 2, Max Cannon. Lane 3, Spencer Bernhardt. Lane 4, Andrew Coleman. Lane 5, Neil Bennett. Lane 6, Clayton 9. Lane 7, Richard Nielsen. Lane 8, Seti McFarland.
And an even pull for the first 50. There's lane 2, Max Cannon.
Max Cannon, known for his breaststroke. Max's coach trying to get him to go.
Cannon lane 2.
Neil Bennett from Kearns, the 15-year-old, having a nice swim. All of these seed times in this heat are somewhere between about a 2:11 and 2:12. Several of the boys well ahead of that pace.
Will come in to the finish. It's going to be lane 5, Neil Bennett, with a 2:03. Cannon at 2:04, and Nielsen at a 2:04 as well.
Heat 5.
And the second time today, had a pad come off.
Yeah, getting into the water, jumping in, and the turbulence there tends to, move the pads. Remember, this is a bulkhead that doesn't go down all the way. It's great for swimming, but there's a little bit more. The pad has a strip that connects it to the bulkhead there behind. Somewhat more reliant on the Velcro, and the other thing is when you have a solid wall, you typically get a little bit better suction. This is actually, if you look at the far end, you can see how it's correlated. There's actually water flows through it. And so it's not a complete solid surface, and so you don't establish that suction force between the solid wall, like you have a solid wall, and the bulkhead. The pad floats a little bit more than it would on a solid wall. So it's great for fast swimming, but you sometimes have a little bit of a challenge with the pads.
And if you didn't know, Paul's not only the president of Utah Swimming, he's also an engineer. So.
Heat 5 in lane 1, Colin Loken. Lane 2, Benjamin Harris. Lane 3, Isaac Saft. Lane 4, Sonny Westman. Lane 5, Nathan Anderson. Lane 6, Ashton Krantz. Lane 7, Lincoln Burr. Lane 8, Hunter Patterson.
And I'm not kidding either. I mean, chemical engineer, nuclear engineer, but still an engineer nonetheless.
And it's lane 1 who's out quick. That's Loken from Fish Market.
Of course, Loken had a good swim earlier today.
Yes.
He won on the outs. He won in lane 8. I mean, not very often you got someone in a meet to take a heat or anything else in lane 8 and then go get it in lane 1 too.
Yeah. So talking to Ron Lockwood this morning, the coach of Fish Market, he's been very pleased with several of his swimmers really dropping times in this meet this weekend. So, of course, with COVID, it's been difficult, been very challenging for Fish Market among other teams because of their normal pools they're at. They haven't been able to swim at. They've been largely working out at the Oker Park Fitness Center in the evenings. So it hasn't been their normal routine that they've seen in other years, and so they are thrilled to see times dropping here. So Loken holding on, followed by Harris and Anderson from BYUV Rays in lane 5.
Here comes Loken.
So it's Loken, then Harris, and then very close for third place in this heat.
It's going to be a good drop here for Loken. A 2:03, that's a 7-second drop. Harris at a 2:05, Westman at a 2:06. 3-second drop for Sonny. And a 3-second drop, or probably 4-second drop for Harris. So the rarely seen 8-1 win.
Heat 6.
So I mentioned earlier, Loken won a heat earlier in lane 8, now wins that one in lane 1.
Gentlemen, the event 23 men 100-yard freestyle is now closed. In lane number 1, Luke Johnson. Lane 2, Jared Hilton. Lane 3, Brayden Scott. Lane 4, Brayden Jarrett. Lane 5, Jess Day. Lane 6, Tavis Jorgensen. Lane 7, Joy Eggers. Lane 8, Gabe Jones.
And it's Hilton in lane 2 from Hilltop Aquatics. Hilton had a good swim earlier today. Hilton going to come in at a 2:01, a 6-second drop for Hilton. Jarrett comes in at a 2:04, 3-second drop for him. And Day at a 2:04.95.
Heat 7. Lane 1, Ethan Levin. Lane 3, Connor Seppi. Lane 4, Cody Chaffee. Lane 5, Easton Smith. Lane 6, Max Barnett. Lane 7, Domingo Contreras. Lane 8, Stephen Bono.
Domingo Contreras in lane 7 from Swim Utah. He's been swimming well.
Contreras has had a good meet. As the Cache Valley Marlin boys got their pom-poms waving. I don't know how they get anybody from any of those other Cache Valley schools not Skyview to rock the blue and yellow. I mean, that's just commitment to your club team right there. Get a Mountain Crest Mustang to wave blue and yellow. As this Contreras firmly in the lead, but lane 6 starting to turn it on. And Max Barnett swimming unattached. And coming in is Domingo Contreras. Best time was a 2:06. Best time now a 1:59. Goes under 00. Nice swim there by Contreras.
Heat 8. Lane 1, Jackson Tuber. Lane 2, Dax Green. Lane 3, Cam Hardy. Lane 4, Will Jones. Lane 5, Taylor Phelan. Lane 6, Isaac Vaughn. Lane 7, Alexander Schwartz. Lane 8, Tyler Spencer.
So this is the first of our 3 circle-seated heats. Will Jones with your 3rd fastest all over seed time. The state record in the 200 backstroke, all of the top records held by in backstroke for men, held by Cameron Green. 147.46, the overall state record.
Of course,
in the 200 back.
Cameron now at Harvard.
Will out in a 53.91. So with the 50 left to go at a 1:22, he's on track for a 1:51. Again, Will Jones' best time is a 1:52.28. He's going to be very close to that, maybe just under.
And it's Jones at a 1:51.27.
Will Jones laying down the marker, a full second drop off a very fast time to start with. Caleb Phelan, 1:57.72, right near his time. And in 3rd place, Isaac Vaughn, who's had a great meet. He goes under 2 minutes with a 1:59. First time under 2 minutes for Isaac. So he continues to swim very well today.
Lane 1, Tanner Harmon. Lane 2, Sean Honey. Lane 3, Brandon Blackwood. Lane 5, Gage Tobiason. Lane 6, Gavin Lina. Lane 7, Bridger Smith. Lane 8, Angel Nunez Longa.
Nunez Longza, not Longa. But so I apologize to his parents. Getting that one wrong. Been saying it right for the better part of 3 years in a full meet. Unless it's Angel instead of Angel. Taking a stab at it.
So leading this heat is Gage Tobiasen. Jacob Reese, who was the second overall seed in the 200 back, chose not to swim this morning.
So Tobiasen with a slight advantage. And how about lane 2 in Sean Honey? Along with lane 3, Brandon Blackwood. Applying a little pressure along with Gavin Ina.
So Ina trying to challenge Gage in this last length. Tobiasen with a slight lead. But here comes Ina.
Well, lane 3, Brandon Blackwood came on as well, but Ina also charging and to the wall. It is Tobias at 157.14, Ina at a 157.21, Blackwood at a 157.44.
Let's get it, Greg! Let's go, Greg!
So we had 5 swimmers under 2 minutes in that last heat. Again, having a little trouble with the lane 3 pad. We're trying to get that sorted out. Need to make it through one more heat of backstroke. And then we'll be to one of Dusty's favorite events, the 500 freestyle.
And not just like 3 heats of it. We've got 8 heats.
If 3 heats of 500s is good, then 8 has to be great.
I would say like 2 times, but I would get a text message saying actually it's 2 point whatever times as many. Would you say a healthy dose?
We do appreciate feedback. We get it all the time.
No, absolutely. But I almost said we didn't have this issue when I was here in December. However, we were swimming the other way with the solid wall.
And it is a little easier. With time, the facility will get it figured out and determine what the best way to get this done. They'll continue to improve their fasteners to this. The WAC Western Athletic Conference Championships were here last week.
Every swimming, everything has been here the last 2 months.
Yes, it has. And water polo, too.
Lane 1, Isaac Wells. Lane 2, Canyon Page. Lane 3, Ethan Horton. Lane 4, Tanner Nelson. Lane 5, Ethan Brown. Lane 6, Bryce Broadhead. Lane 7, Caleb Quinn. Lane 8, Grant Gibbs.
A nice start in lane 2, Canyon Page. He's been a late charger as of late, but he decided to go out this time.
Yes, and he has swum well. He's going to be a solid competitor tonight in this 200 back final. And it will be interesting. Today's a difficult lineup. It's a good test for someone like Tanner Nelson, will be in the finals of the 200 individual medley, the 200 butterfly, and then potentially here in the 200 backstroke.
The good thing is you'll have the boys will go first, right? So you'll have 2 heats of 500 to get your win.
Yes. Well, so they'll have time between. It will be a little different tonight since the boys went first this morning. The boys will be going first again tonight. That's a little bit out of tradition. So coming in, Nelson will win this final heat with a 151.86. Followed by Page with a 153.90 and Morton with a 156.05. Again, we had 5 swimmers under 2 minutes with Wells with a 200.
We've been racing, and now we're going to go cruising as we enter our last event of the morning, the 500-yard freestyle. Again, hope you've enjoyed our coverage this weekend on highschoolrewind.com. So mentioned a couple times that we'll be back here at Dixie State at the end of March for the, I believe it's the Universal Invitational or something thereof.
The Swim Invitational of the Universe.
That's what it is. Swim Invitational of the Universe. And we'll have that for you on highschoolrewind.com the end of March, the 25th through the 28th, if I remember correctly. But this next week programming note, since you're already on highschoolrewind.com, we tell you how to get here. We've got state championship basketball all week long right here on highschoolrewind.com. Also KSLsports.com, our new home for Rewind.
Event 31, the men 500-yard freestyle. Heat 1. Lane 3, Spencer Monson. Lane 4, Davey Hoyle. Lane 5, Con Smith. Results of the men 100-yard breaststroke. Alternates: Tyler Gunn and Cameron Robinson. And the bonus lineup: Landry Hill, Nikkei Larson, Marcus Graham, Tyler Moore, Spencer Bernhardt, Nick Anderson, Copeland Dodson, Russell Cutler. In the B final, Alex Ganelli, Trevor Arns, Talon Coons, Charlie Simmons, Joseph Basinger, Ethan Astle, Aiden Salisbury, and Max Barnett. In the A final, Sonny Westman, Garrett Dodson, Max Cannon, Bridger Sink, Jaden Hinken, Jack Saber, Eli Jensen, and the best qualifier, Alexander Turney. Gentlemen, it is 10:27. You have 30 minutes to declare your intent to scratch. Also, event 25, event 200-yard butterfly is now closed. Again, the event 25, event 200-yard butterfly is now closed.
Gentlemen, if you are not swimming the 500 freestyle, we need you to exit the pool as soon as possible. We are running 20 minutes behind. We need to get the girls in here as soon as we can. If you are not in the 500, please exit the pool as soon as you can. Coaches, we will not allow the girls on deck till right about 11 o'clock. And then we will back things up just a little bit to make sure we give them the full warm-up. Thank you.
For those girls that are the women that are competing this afternoon, we are running just a few minutes behind with our men's prelim session, and as a result, the warm-up may be delayed a minute or two. The women, just in case you're getting ready to come to the facility, they will not be allowed in until 11 o'clock or thereabouts. So we will not start the women's events until 1 hour from completion of the men's. And that will be slightly after noon. We have a total of 8 heats of 500 to make it through. So leading in heat 1, coming into the 400 mark, is Spencer Monson from South Davis in lane 3.
So now the bell lap for Hoyle and Smith.
And it's Spencer Monson, followed by Smith, then Hoyle.
Heat 2. Lane 1, Xander Nelson. Lane 2, Alex Gianelli. Lane 3, Dane Christensen. Lane 4, Gabe Jones. Lane 5, Sebastian Cordero. Lane 6, Brandon Jarrett. Lane 7, Kylan Olson.
So again, if you're girls that are listening to the meet. We are just a few minutes behind, and the women's warm-up will be delayed for a few minutes, which will delay the start of the women's session. Expect that it's less than a 10-minute delay, but we're expecting to finish here just after 11 o'clock, and we will still do a full 1 hour warm-up upon our conclusion. So in this heat 2 of 8, it's Xander Nelson from Chat over in lane 1. His coach, Todd Etherington, moved over to the other side of the pool in that bright orange shirt. Xander's best time is a 5:14, but he's had a good meet and hoping to improve on that. Right there with Nelson is lane 5. That's Sebastian Bodero from West Valley. The West Valley swimmers also doing very well this meet. West Valley, that team, Mike Hillman, the coach, he's got it going in the right direction, no doubt.
And Nelson and Bodero right by each other here. Lane 1 and lane 5.
So Coach Etherington trying to get Xander Nelson to hold strong. He's just right. He's holding 30 points. He's just over that 5:00 pace. Right now, he's headed towards a 5:01. Unless he can bring it strong that last 50 or something, he may be able to break 5 minutes. Now Todd's trying to get him to go.
Of course, Todd Etherington, one of the legendary coaches in the city of Utah. The Etherington family in swimming is pretty synonymous in Utah swimming.
Yes.
There's no mohawk for senior state, only for high school state.
That's
Didn't
right.
realize that.
He has very clean shaven now. But Nelson having a great swim, the bell for him. So he's at a 4:30.62. If he can split a 29.28 or better. He was a 29.63 in his last 50. He's got to go under a 29. He's got to have a 29.27 to be under 5. His coach wants him under 5 minutes.
It's going to be close for Nelson.
And here he comes. And it's a 4:58.61. He comes home in a 27.99. What a great swim from Xander Nelson. With that kind of swim, he's going to get to swim it again tonight. What a thrill.
What'd you do on Saturday? I don't know, some over 1,000 yards.
So great swim, well coached, and great swim for Xander Nelson. In second was Jones from Olympus Aquatics, followed by Bodero.
6, Jackson Tudor. Lane 7, Corbin Watts. Lane 8, Jared Chamberlain.
It's always nice when you can go under 5 minutes for the first time.
When was the first time you went under 5 minutes?
I believe it was my sophomore year at the state championship meet.
And not to make any Provo fans mad, but Paul swam at Timpview. Legendary Timpview team. That was when Timpview was full of just Provo students.
So early in this race, in lane 4, it's Jake Black. In lane 8, it's Jared Chamberlain from South Davis.
I'm going to venture a guess. We have a parent just to
One of the meet marshals who's not yelling at the kids with their masks, but the meet marshal must have a swimmer too.
And we welcome it. We're just glad to be able to get these kids in the pool, and if you're willing to volunteer to work all weekend and do the 24 hours that we're doing,
Yes.
by all means. So again, lane 4.
You are not a participant in the
Jake Black.
500 freestyle. We need you to exit the building as soon as possible. We're going to let the ladies in at 11 o'clock so we can get as many people out of the building as possible. Thank you.
Again, lane 4, Jake Black, Cache Valley Marlins. He's been holding 30s this whole time. Black came in with a 5:09.
He's at a 3:30 now. Black's slipped to 31 there. He's going to have to improve on that if he's going to break the 5-minute barrier.
See with Black still at that 31. You need to be a very strong 50.
And at the bell lap for this heat 3.
You might just miss this 5-minute mark here for Black.
He's going to be a 5:02.
That is still a 7-second drop. For Jake Black. Chamberlain comes in at 5:08. Laws at a 5:10.
Heat 4. Results of the men 200-yard backstroke. Alternates, Colin Logan and Max Barnett. In the bonus final, Neil Bennett, Spencer Stowers, Ethan Levin, Tanner Harmon, Dax Green, Grant Gibbs, Jared Hilton, and Tylen Spencer. In the B final, Isaac Wells, Angel Nunez Lanza, Domingo Contreras, Sean Honey, Isaac Vaughn, Ethan Brown, Caleb Phelan, and Josue Quispe. In the A final, Brandon Blackwood, Gavin Ina, James Tobiason, Bryce Broadhead, Nico Morton, Canyon Page, Tanner Nelson, and our fastest qualifier, Will Jones. Gentlemen, it is 10:44. You have 30 minutes to declare your intent to scratch. In lane 1 and heat 4, Cody Jacobson. Lane 2, Miles Foreman. Lane 3, Gavin Ina. Lane 4, Ethan Levin. Lane 5, Abe Campbell. Lane 6, Ashton Krantz. Lane 7, Devin Watson. Lane 8, Joshua Smith.
So middle of the pool, lane 4, lane 5. Levitt and Campbell. Levitt out of Wasatch, Campbell from Olympus.
But here in lane 8, we've got Smith from Chat. Another one of Coach Etherington Summers. Smith, the 15-year-old, his seed time is a 5:08. But he's only splitting a 30.74. We'll see if he can. Coach Etherington trying to get him to lengthen out his stroke. So at the halfway point, 2:27 still has the possibility of getting under 5 minutes for the first time. Just ahead of Levitt and Campbell in the center of the pool.
I probably missed it, but no Tanner Nelson. He's the state record holder in the 500. Not going to swim the 500. It's not like the Masters where you have to retire from the Masters only,
No.
even if you leave golf.
No, that's Tanner's time from juniors. So the 500 record of 4:24.33. So Smith's pace is slowed. He was 31.96, still on track for a best time, just doesn't appear to be on track to be under 5 minutes. Now, even with Levitt from Fish Market in lane 4. So Coach Lockwood on the far side of the pool trying to get Levitt to kick.
And the bell lap. for Ethan Levitt, along with Josh Smith and Devin Monson. The Smith picking it up here in the last 50. And it will be Ethan Levitt coming in at a 5:05, Smith at a 5:06, Campbell at a 5:07.
We need you to clear the stands now. We need you out of the building. Let's go. Hustle up. Swimmers, if you are not swimming, we need you to go now. Thank you.
Heat 5. Lane 1, Tanner Dodds. Lane 2, Nathan Anderson. Lane 3, Max Peterson. Lane 4, McKay Larson. Lane 5, Reagan Erickson. Lane 6, Wesley Ryan. Lane 7, Zach Richter. Lane 8, Aiden Winter.
So this heat 5 of 8, the last of your heats before we get to the circle seed. Going out early is lanes 6 and 7. That's Reagan Eric. 6 is Wesley Ryan, and 7 Zach Richter. And followed by Larson in lane 4. McKay hasn't swam a 500 in a year or more.
In lane 6, lane 7. Ryan and Richter. Now Winter down in lane 8, and then Larson. Holding. They run around 30s. We don't have anyone that's gone under 5 coming into this heat. So we'll have multiples. We hold the times.
So it's Richter from Fish Market in 7 and Ryan from Kearns in lane 6. Aiden Winter in lane 8, swimming for Swim Utah. And then the pack of swimmers following that.
And almost in sync here in lane 6 and lane 7, Ryan and Richter.
At the 300 mark, they're at 2:56. So we anticipate they will remain on pace to go under 5 minutes. If you go under 5, it's highly likely your reward will be able to swim it again tonight. Aiden Winter hasn't been under 5 either, but the 14-year-old would like to get there.
Right.
His brother Reese has the top seeded time coming up in a few heats.
Okay, still lane 6, lane 7. Still Richter, Ryan and Richter. We could have a race in the 500. Our favorite kind of race. Richter and Ryan. Lane 6, lane 7. It's Richter with the body length lead on Ryan. And it's going to be Richter coming in a sub 5.
Well under 5.
4:56. Ryan at a 4:59 in Winter. At a 5:02.
Nice swim by Aiden. That 5:02 may get him a second chance.
Heat 6. Lane number 1, Lucas Keel. Lane 2, Ryan White. Lane 3, Nate Moyer. Lane 4, Chandler Iyer. Lane 5, Jared Hilton. Lane 6, Patrick Bless. Lane 7, Ethan Bangerter. Lane 8, Anthony Caliendo. Again, gentlemen, if you're done swimming and you're in the stands, please keep your things together and exit the building so we can let you in. We can start on the warm-up. Again, if you are done swimming, please, if you're in the stands, please keep your things together. Each out of the buildings, good ladies in. Thank you.
So this heat dominated by Stan Crump's Hilltop swimmers. With Nate Moyer in 3, Chandler Iyer in 4, Jared Hilton in 5, and Patrick Bless in 6, all swimming for Hilltop. But leading the heat is lane 8. Anthony Caliendo from Cache Valley Marlins, followed by Ethan Bangeter from Chat. Ethan, whose best time is a 5:00.39, would love to go under 5 for the first time. Going to 5:00 is part of his.
Gentlemen, if you are not in the 500, we need you to exit the building as soon as possible. Out of the stands, let's go, please. Thank you very much.
So Ethan just missing going under 5 is part of high school swimming and would love to do it here for the first time. He appears motivated to make it.
Well, one thing when your teammate just did it
He saw
in the first heat.
He saw Xander Nelson do it. He swims for Chad also.
And then by all means, if Xander can do it, why can't he do it?
Yeah. Well, and as we know, Chad's got some fine distance swimmer led by Danny Detchen. Danny, having swum the 500 at state, same as Tanner Nelson, they both choosing to swim other events here at the senior championships. Although the 500 probably their best, well, amongst the high school events.
Right.
So challenging Bangeter is Iyer, but Bangeter at 2:55 at the 300 and holding 30s. He is on track to be under and will be happy to finally break that 5 minutes. His coach Etherington telling him to hold strong, hold strong. Stan Crump yelling at his swimmers to get moving, go.
Was it the same tone you swam for Stan?
It's the same voice I've heard for literally 40 years now. I guess if I'm truthful, more than 40 years.
I wasn't going there.
More than 40 years ago, Stan was yelling the same exact thing at me in the same tone.
I wasn't going to correct it. We have family dinners I got to go to.
So it is true that it was Stan who got me to go under 5 minutes. So,
well, and of course, Iyer, I'm going to guess, is the younger brother of the swimmer Iyer, the lady side.
no.
No. There's other Iyer lines?
Yeah. So
No?
different. Iyer, big family.
So Chandler on his bell lap.
But Iyer out ahead. He's kicking strong now, but Ethan Banketer, I think he's got enough to firmly be under 5 and a chance to swim again tonight. If he can finish it home.
In comes Iyer, digging on the finish.
In lane 5, that's Jared Hilton also trying to catch Bangeter, but it's Bangeter into the wall second with a 4:57.92, under 5 minutes for the first time.
That's going to make Mama proud.
Yes.
Heat 7. In lane 1, Brandon Burnham. Lane 2, Talon Coombs. Lane 3, Nat Quackenbush. Lane 4, Jan Dvorsky. Lane 5, Charlie Simmons. Lane 6, Logan Brown. Lane 7, Caleb Quinn. Lane 8, Mitchell Armstrong. Gentlemen, event 27, event 1-hour breaststroke is now closed. And the 1-hour breaststroke is now closed. And also the 200-yard back.
It's still open. As you saw Bangeter get under 5 minutes for the first time. Talk about Mama going to be proud. If you haven't watched the interview I did with Tanner Nelson, go check it out on our Instagram page, GNL Rewind. Again, GNL Rewind on Instagram. Go check out that interview with Tanner. I always ask those guys whenever we have kids that hit a buzzer beater or have a great performance, who is more proud, mom or dad? You'll want to see the answer Tanner gives. It's gold. But go check that out. So, lane 4, Jan Dvorsky, one of our favorites.
Jan's had a great meet. Jan currently serves as one of our at-large athlete representatives on the Utah Swimming Board. So a great athlete as well as leader. That board will be transforming today as we have at senior state each year is where we elect the at-large members. So Tanner Nelson is served on the board and will be ending his service. And our other leaders, the senior athlete rep has been McKay Larson. He'll be finishing his service on the board. correctly, and Danny Detchen will take over as the senior athlete rep, and our new junior athlete rep that was recently elected is Ellie Boyer. And this evening at the finals, we'll announce who the new at-large athlete rep is. So, trying to stick right with Jan is Quackenbush from Olympus.
Jan having a fine swim.
Jan seated here with a 442, but actually I know he went under 440 at the senior state. I mean, at the high school state.
And we were there. And if you didn't, you want to go back and watch that one? It's available on YouTube.
We've seen Jan close out several of his races, so we would expect that it's going to be difficult to beat Jan in the last 50 of even a 500. It's the bell lap. So
25 left for Dvorsky and Quackenbush.
in third place, it appears to be Talon Coons having a nice race.
And for Dvorsky, even in a prelim, he will not be Lezak as he comes in and just in front of Quackenbush at a 442. Quackenbush at a 443, who is very pleased. Quackenbush, he's pumped.
Well,
that's a 4-second drop.
That's a 4-second drop. A 5-second drop for Talon Coons in third place with a 446.
Heat 8.
Well, Quackenbush, hey, the rabbit's out, go chase it. Because he was telling Dvorsky, he was like, hey, I was right with you, man. I think he thanked him for the 4-second drop.
That's an example of someone taking an opportunity where Quackenbush wanted to go that fast and needed Jan to help him along do it.
In lane 1, Ethan Lawrence. Lane 2, Hunter Patterson. Lane 3, Will Jones. Lane 4, Reese Winter. Lane 5, Brandon Brown. Lane 6, Ian Connor. Lane 7, Ryan Wood. And in lane 8, Easton Smith. Gentlemen, as you wrap up your 500 and you gather your things, we be timely getting your stuff. I mean, else we have the ladies coming in, getting set for another warm-up. And we know you're seeing up the 500 as you wrap up. Please do so quickly so we can ladies in the building. Thank you.
So this the final heat of prelims.
Ladies, you're heading upstairs. You're not on deck. No, you're upstairs. You're going the wrong way. You're upstairs only. Ladies, let's go. No, wrong way. Upstairs.
So lane 4, Reese Winter. It's been unattached, University of Utah. I will say it would have been a lot of fun to watch Tanner and Reese in the championship with Danny Detchen.
Yes.
I might take back my interview now.
So at the 200, Reese out in a brisk 147. So Reese on pace to be under 440. Reese, we know, is very capable, has been 433. That time, I believe, was done at sea level in a juniors meet.
So ladies coming in, we're going to get set for their warm up here soon, but we're going to wrap up the men's 500 and it's morning session. As we'll take a break and, well, I think probably about 12:30, my guess, right?
No, I don't think we're going to be delayed that long. We're going to finish up here in about 2 minutes. And so it looks like we won't be delayed more than 10, possibly 15 minutes at the most.
So warm up starts at 11. The meet will start at 12.
And
about 12:10.
Yeah, we're just past 11 now, so we will do a full 1 hour warm up.
So if you are a parent of the girls' side, the girls, you want to come back and watch the girls, we're going to end the stream. So these are kind of sectioned out for you to go back and rewatch on High School Rewind. We will restart the stream probably around noon.
Yes. So we will start the stream at or before noon, but we'll have it going at noon to let you know about where we are.
So frantic texts and messages won't be needed. We will not forget to get it going for the ladies this afternoon.
So at the 400 mark, Reese is at 340, so he will be under 440. A 408 with a 50 to go. He's looking like a 437. If he really turns it on here, could go a 436.
So here comes Reese Winter.
In second is Jones. That's Will Jones, who seated first in the 200 back and having a great 500 also. So it's a 436.44 for Reese. Nice time.
And a nice close there by Brandon Brown. And yeah, you mentioned Reese 3 seconds off his best.
447.02 for Will Jones, followed by Brown with a 447.98. So this concludes the men's session.
I'll give you 8 minutes to cool down. You have until 11:18 because the girls are going to get in at 11:20.
As you can hear that there, girls are getting 11:20.
So 11:20, and so that gives you your time that the finals will start at 12:20. So the girls warm-up starts at 11:20, finals start at 12:20. We'll be on the air right about noon.
Right, that's absolutely right. So hope you enjoyed the morning session here for the boys. We'll be set for the finals this evening. You'll see all that right here on highschoolrewind.com. For Vince Francis and Paul and Shelly Larson, I'm Dusty Lister. Thanks for joining us and watching the 2021 Utah Swimming Senior State Championships on High School Rewind.